Hey Pisces, thank you for checking out my channel for the Love of Water Tarot. It is your girl Chianti, and I'm going to go ahead and bring us a whatever the heck comes out type of read, okay? Pisces, I hope your holidays were great. I hope you celebrated with family or your loved ones. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you had peace and tranquility. I hope it's been good to you. Mine was okay as well. Baby sharks, again, this is going to be for you, the Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as the cross watchers, meaning it can resonate from your perspective, okay? It is a general read. Y'all know how that goes. So everything I say won't resonate for every last single one of you, okay? Some things will, some things won't. Keep what resonates for you and release what doesn't, okay? Energy is interchangeable, so it could be going a multitude of different ways. I'll try to give it to you how I see it, but I could certainly be accusing you of doing things that someone else did or someone else doing things that you are doing, okay? If it doesn't resonate at all, please release it. If I get it right for you, baby sharks, take care of your girl with that like, comment, subscribe, share. Hype the video up if you please. I could really use some hyping me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. And I am offering private readings. If you're interested in booking me, please email me at fortheloveofwatertarot@gmail.com. For those of you asking, yes, I am planning on trying to do Q&A tonight, okay? I will definitely try to get this in for us. All right, baby sharks, I want to go ahead and lay the cards down and try to read it on down and clarify what I see going on and try to give us the very best and insight on what we got going on here. Okay, wow. Okay. All right. All right. See, why is these cards repeating themselves? I feel like these are the same cards that I just got. Yep. It's very similar to what I just got in the last read I did for us. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Just bear with me. Okay. All right. And that last read was accurate. The one where I talked about where you're nobody's fool. Or what did I say? Yeah, I think it was something like that. Someone's going to regret something foolish they did or something to that effect. Yeah. Oh, you're too real to be fake. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just a couple more. Bear with me, baby sharks, and we'll get into it. Okay. Okay. And let me get one more for this one. Okay. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the player energy. This is the energy of someone playing the field, refusing to commit, or someone who has grass is greener syndrome here. This is the Knight of Wands energy for me. But it's just, it doesn't have to be Aries, Leo, Sag type of energy, but this is the energy of something. This is very much involved in what I'm looking at as far as what this read is telling me so far, Pisces. I feel like there's an energy that is involved somewhere in this that has this energy. And I feel like someone's about to, someone is about to rock somebody's world who has that energy. There's a tower moment coming. There's going to be a big tower and a shocking moment. There's going to be an unexpected surprise, something that someone did not see coming. Yes, I'm telling you right now, whoever this player energy is, whatever is getting ready to happen, this is something they did not see coming. Let me jot that down really quickly. Did not see this coming, because this is exactly what I'm picking up. And it's coming to whoever this is in this scenario that has been playing the field, refusing to commit, or have this grass is greener type of syndrome. There's a tower moment coming to this type of person. It's a tower coming, and I do feel like the tower is coming because it's getting ready to it's about to be something explosive that's getting ready to happen with the karmic connection. A connection that's full of turbulence, where someone has past life unresolved issues or unsustainable, some sort of unsustainable relationship. Mr. Frisky gonna start showing his ass. I already know it. He gonna want to get on camera. So let's go ahead and talk about what energy is currently in the present. Okay, what energy is present now, Pisces? Again, this does not have to be your energy, but I'm going to read it from your perspective to try to make it easier on myself. But if these messages resonate and you know what this is about, put the players where they go in it. Okay. But what's funny is, it's not budging, and sacrifice came up. And Pisces, sacrifice is a Pisces card for me. Literally, the hangman could definitely be someone who is kind of like the sacrificial lamb, right? But there's that not budging energy again in the present. So I'm going to speak about this from your perspective. It is feeling like to me right now, Pisces, this is this energy of you standing on business. And again, Pisces, when we come up this way, and I'm going to say this again for those of you who are not familiar, when not budging comes up, when in reference to us, when this card comes up, when I'm speaking to us and I see this, the card says refusing to change, stubborn and flexible, both standing your ground. Pisces, we are not prone to be in this energy, right? Pisces are not prone to be stubborn or inflexible. We're typically very flexible people. We go with the flow. We're the fish, damn it. We swim, right? And we can go with the flow. But when we're coming up in this not budging energy, this lets me know that whatever it is we're dealing with, that we've come to an impasse on the situation. And whatever we said, we meant what we said. We're not budging on our stance. But I typically feel like that card comes up when we're typically dealing with energies where we see that someone else is doing this, right? When someone is refusing to change, when they're stubborn, when they're inflexible, the way we stand our ground typically in those type of situations, Pisces, is when we put our foot down and then we refuse, right? And sacrifice says, sacrifice for love, must give up something, painful decisions. Pisces, I do feel like whatever situation that whatever energy is going on in the present right now, Pisces, I do feel like you are not budging and you are no longer sacrificing. Pisces, I'm feeling like there's a situation in the present where you're feeling like you are not going to be the sacrificial lamb, right? You are not going to be the one to continue to make sacrifices for love. You are not going to budge and sacrifice a damn thing for somebody who is not willing to sacrifice something their damn selves, right? Because I do feel like if you're feeling like you're not budging and you're not making a sacrifice, I feel like there's something, it has everything to do with the sacrifice someone else is not willing to give up, right? Someone else is not willing to sacrifice. And Pisces, this could definitely be a painful decision for you, right? But I also feel like it could also have something to do with someone else not being willing to make painful decisions themselves. So now you are standing your ground, especially in terms of refusing to change. Pisces, if you are realizing that someone is refusing to change, right? And they're stubborn and they're inflexible, you are now standing your ground, and you're giving me the energy where that you're no longer going to sacrifice, right? And this could definitely be, like I said, a very painful decision for you, but it feels like it's something that is necessary. Let me go ahead and get some clarification for you guys on this. Again, take care of your girl with that like, comment, subscribe, share. Email me if you're interested in booking. Again, Pisces, put it where it goes. I'm picking up very much Taurus, Pisces energy, but it does not have to be either one of those signs, okay? Spirit, clarify these energies that are present for Pisces.
It looks.
I did not say Siri. I didn't say her. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify this energy for Pisces. Tell me more. 9 of Cups. Pisces, I feel like this is you sacrificing your own wish fulfillment, right? I feel like, Pisces, you are not budging. I feel like the 9 of Cups is definitely you being in this energy where you are going to go after your own individual wish fulfillment. I also feel like you're not budging to an energy that you could feel like are full of themselves, right? Because the 9 of Cups could be someone that's full of themselves, right? And Pisces, if you feel like somebody is full of themselves, you're not going to budge on whatever stance you're taking with them. But I also feel like it's to some level or degree, you are no longer willing to budge anymore. You're not budging on your stance. And I do feel like whatever this is involved with you, I feel like you're kind of telling me you're no longer willing to sacrifice your own happiness, right? For sure. Sorry, y'all. I gotta cut my finger earlier. Look, the 9 of Wands. Yep, the wounded warrior. Pisces, it does feel like it's something like you're not getting ready to keep going into some battle. You're not getting ready to sacrifice. You're not going back and forth. You're not going to do battle with someone. Yep, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Yep. Pisces, I do feel like this is you telling me enough, right? Like I'm not doing battle anymore. It definitely feels like I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, right? I'm not gonna keep beating the drum, right? Right. I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm not gonna keep on beating up. Yeah. Right. Yes, Pisces, this is what I'm picking up here. That's it in the present. Now let's talk about what the possible problem is, right? This is the challenge, right? And we'll just have to put this where this goes, but the challenge was passion. lustful desires, sexual chemistry, craving you. Now, Pisces, if this is not about a sexual thing, right? If this is not about actual sex, right? This could be an energy that is that craves your attention, right? Craves something from you, right? Because I do feel like this could be an energy where you feel like you've sacrificed, right? Sacrificed your own time, sacrificed your money, sacrificed your own happiness, right? And you could have did this dealing with somebody who was very stubborn and inflexible and that was refusing themselves. Somebody who refused to change, right? I do feel like you could have loved something stubbornly. You could have loved someone stubbornly. Like you could have refused to change how you love someone, but it just got to hurting too goddamn bad and you said no more. But this is where this goes. If this is not about sexual energy, this is just an energy that really craves you, right? Could be a fire sign, right? All passion and no thoughts, right? All passion and no emotion or something like this. Now, if this is about love, Pisces, the problem could definitely be that the passion is still very much there. This could be somebody where the passion between you and this person runs white hot, right? There's still lustful desires. There's still chemistry. This energy still craves you. What I know for sure, whether this is about sex or not, Pisces, the problem is that this energy still craves you. Right? This energy very much still craves you. But again, I do feel like it's an energy that is refusing to change and that's stubborn and inflexible. That's why you are standing your ground. Let me clarify this energy. Why is this passion a problem here? Again, look, the Emperor. This is the kind of energy that demands, right? Pisces, this is the type of energy that demands your attention. Yes, this demands, right, Pisces? This is the type of energy that demands your... I'm writing, this matter demands your attention, right? Yes, because the Emperor is the boss. The Emperor is divine masculine, Aries, Taurus. I told y'all I got Aries, Taurus, fire energy here for sure, right? I also feel like the problem could be like Pisces, if this is about love and this is somebody who has the passion for you and like is craving you, it could also be something about with the Emperor, someone standing the F up, right? And making some painful decisions, right? Making some sacrifices, right? For sure, because some of you, it is someone who needs to make some decisions in order to do this, right? And this person is in a position of power and authority to do it. Or this is just somebody who demands and commands your damn attention, and that's the problem. And because there's still some sort of connection between, like this person craves some sort of connection to you, and this person demands. I keep hearing this. This is the kind of energy that demands your attention. They crave your attention and they demand. This is like something that demands your attention, and that's the problem, right? For sure, it could definitely be like somebody, like you could definitely be telling me like, why do you come and bother me and demand my attention and you're not going to do what you're supposed to do? Look, the Hierophant, didn't I tell you this? Now, Pisces, we could be dealing with a Taurus, a Aries. There could be something here about a marriage or a commitment. This could be someone that you work with, right? There could be something about work, school, student. I'm hearing student, teacher. Look, but there goes another energy. The King of Pentacles. I told you. It's coming up is very much there's something about a decision that someone else. The problem is that someone else is being stubborn and flexible and being very stubborn about making a decision. And the 7 of Wands to the 9 of Wands makes me feel like the more stubborn, this person is being stubborn and they're hurting everybody. Like they're not just hurting you, they hurt themselves too. Yep, Pisces. Yep. They hurt themselves doing this too, Pisces. And that's the weirdest thing ever, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm feeling like this is like somebody who, like I said, this is somebody who craves your attention, right? They demand, this is a demanding kind of attention, right? But then there's also that very stubbornness energy. The 7 of Wands is very defensive and stubborn. The 9 of Wands tells me it just hurts everyone, right? They're not just hurting you, they hurt themselves, right? So, and it's almost like Pisces, somebody may have came for you and you didn't send for them, right? Because I do feel like that. It could definitely be like somebody getting a business because they came for you, but they sent for you, right? It's almost like getting what they look for. Somebody getting what they looking for because they absolutely positively demand or command your attention. I don't know what that's about, Pisces, but I'm getting it. For some of you, it is about love and relationship. For others of you, it could be about work and other things. It could be child's mother and father and that type of stuff too. So Pisces, let's get some. Smoke burnt my eye. Let's get some for the recent past, okay? Pisces, in the recent past, And I believe this came out in the last read too. We had habitual liar and healing. Pisces, I feel like whatever was going on in the recent past, I feel like the lies were exposed, right? If somebody in this situation is constantly lying, the lies can't be hidden anymore, and the lies are really exposed about whatever is going on in this situation. And with the healing energy, Pisces, I feel like this is what you decided to do. Again, put yourself where it goes. Pisces, I feel like in the recent past, the lies and the bullshit couldn't hurt you anymore. I feel like in the recent past, you've already decided to heal from that. You started reevaluating your needs, doing self-care, self-love in order to move forward, right? For sure. It's very much coming that in the recent past, everything was already exposed. Damn it, I'm sorry, y'all. Burnt my damn eye. I knew I shouldn't have lit that cigarette. Right? The lies couldn't, there's something about the lies. The lies couldn't be hidden anymore. Hidden lies were exposed in the recent past. But you know what, Pisces? A part of me feel like you being the high priestess, a part of the lies that recently got exposed, you are aware of them. You suspected or you were aware. And I feel like that's why you already decided that you needed to heal. You needed to reevaluate your needs, do self-care, and do self-love in order to move forward. And I know that's why you decided to do that. That's why you're not budging in the present. So let me go ahead and clarify. Let me get one on this habitual liar for the recent past. Got tissue all over the place from my finger. Damn mess. Give me one for the habitual liar for the recent past. Spirit, clarify this habitual liar. The star, it could be an Aquarius. Pisces, it feels like in the recent past, it feels like being sold a dream, right? Because the star is about wish fulfillment. And Pisces, I do feel like to a certain degree in the present, you could feel like you sacrificed wish fulfillment for this person, right? Or you sacrificed like something like that. Or somebody left you hanging, right? You're not getting wish fulfillment and someone's not budging and not giving you what you wish. But it feels like someone lied, right? Someone lied about what they wish for, what they hope for. Pisces, this could even be you having hope. You're like you hoping and wishing that someone had healed something with the habitual lying and they didn't, right? You could have hoped and wished that someone would get past that shit and they didn't, right? Now the habitual lie could be an Aquarius, but that's what I'm picking up on this. Look, the high priestess, I told you. I hadn't even looked under the deck and I told you. Intuitively, you knew. I feel like you was wishing for better. You were hoping for better. I do feel like to a certain degree, your hope and your wish, like you wished, because the wish, I keep saying wish, but it's renew hope. Like I feel like faith, right? You were hoping, you had faith that that somebody could heal that, but you knew, right? The high priestess tells me that you had an inkling about that Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. You had an inkling about what somebody has been keeping you waiting on. And it's coming up in strong air again. I got the Lovers and the King of Swords here. Yeah. So let's see what this healing is here for you in the recent past. Yep, the Ace of Pentacles. See, in the recent past, you've already decided that you got to do something new. That there has to be something new that comes in. With this reevaluating your needs, self-care, and self-love, this is you manifesting a solid, new, stable beginning for yourself in this situation. Yep, Temperance, yep. You already decided. Pisces, I do feel like you may have lost patience, but I also feel like you decided to go ahead and be patient on yourself, to forgive yourself, to heal, right? Yep, I do feel that, yep. Yep, Eight of Swords. It's something about you healing. And it's also something about you really like with the Eight of Swords and the Four of Cups, it just makes me feel like you've been disappointed about this situation in your head for quite some time. And I do feel like in the recent past, you just decided, like, even though you wish for the best, you hope for the best, like you were hoping, like you wanted to believe, you wanted to have faith, you wanted to trust, like you were wishing for something with an energy. I feel like the habitual liars, like that energy just proved that like what you were wishing for was not going to be possible. I also feel like it gives me very much, I'm picking up very much used car salesman energy, like icky. Somebody would just sell you a dream. Some of you feel that way about someone. Like somebody just be out here selling dreams, right? Now, let's talk about we're going to go first. I'm going to talk about your conscious, the unconscious, which is what you don't know, and then the future, okay? for you, your position in this, Pisces, you're coming up is risk and forbidden fruit, which is very much Aries and Capricorn energy for me. Pisces, I do feel like you are in a position right now where there is something about you're getting ready to take some sort of huge risk. You are prepared to lay the cards out on the table and take the journey into the unknown. There is something about forbidden fruit here, which is the devil energy. I don't know if you already got your mind or your heart or set on something. It is something that kind of twisted about what you're getting ready to do. Because I have desired but dangerous, not socially acceptable, tempting, and alluring. Pisces, you are tempted. Now, I don't know, like, again, I don't know if you're dealing with an Aries or a Capricorn, but there is some sort of energy where you are tempted to take some sort of risk. There's something here about you taking some sort of risk, and you're really, really tempted to do it. If you're desiring to do it, but I do feel like with desired but dangerous, you're wondering, like, should you? It's something about you taking a risk, but I do feel like the desired but dangerous is like you being in the energy like, well, yes, I want this, but it's dangerous because I do feel like you don't want to be hurt, right? You could definitely be worried about if something is going to be socially acceptable, but I do feel like something is very much tempting and alluring you. Pisces, your position is telling me you're being tempted to take a risk. And I'm going to clarify, see what this risk could be about. I feel like you're being tempted to take some sort of risk. So let's go ahead and clarify. Why is risk here for Pisces? The Ace of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Yes, Pisces, there is a risk worth taking here. The Ace of Cups is a whole new beginning, a fresh beginning. See, you already decided in the recent past that you were going to heal and manifest something, turn some sort of pain into profit. But here's you. You're being called to take the risk with the Ten of Wands is to let all that shit go. Let some heavy baggage go. Don't be the bag lady. And you know, bag lady, you gonna miss your bus dragging all them bags like that, right? Let it go. Man or woman. The Ace of Cups offers you a whole new opportunity. New love, returning love, self-love, internal fulfillment. Look, the Magician, and manifest something. Pisces, listen, I don't know if you know this or not, but you are being called to take the risk to let something go and manifest something new with the Magician here. Yep, the Tower. Pisces, I do feel like you're getting ready to blow up somebody's world. Yep. Pisces, this could be what's shocking the player, because the Magician with the Tower, this could definitely be, that could be the player just having this Tower moment here. Let's see what this forbidden fruit is about, because I do feel like there's something that you do desire. The Eight of Cups. Pisces, why is it so tempted? Pisces, you are so tempted to turn your back on people, places, and things that's no longer serving you. I also feel like to a level of degree, you may be taking a risk and you may be dropping some heavy load and you may be forbidding yourself to look back. No, yeah, Pisces, I do feel like you are telling me that you are turning your back on people, places, and things that's no longer serving you. And no matter how desired it is, right? No matter how much you desire it, no matter how tempting or alluring that something is, you're telling me it's not acceptable anymore. Pisces, you're telling me no matter how much you desire something, it is not acceptable anymore. No matter how tempting and alluring it is, you're turning your back on it. And even if you still have a desire for something, you see something that's dangerous. Look, the Three of Swords, yeah. You're not allowing something to hurt you anymore. You're getting ready to take the risk into the new. You're not doing that. Now, Pisces, again, I do feel like there could be some sort of returning here from someone that you turned your back on, and someone could definitely be trying to get you to take the risk to let it go and carry on. But I don't know. You telling me? I don't know. You telling me that you're planning on standing strong. It looks like to me. Let's talk about what's going on in the unconscious, the subconscious, which is what we don't know. And I have friendship, freedom, and self-delusion. Now, Pisces, I have to tell you, based on what I see happening in the near future, I do feel like there could be something developing with someone close to you already, because we have friend zoned, friendship before love, building trust and foundation. Now, Pisces, there could be someone wanting to do this with you, wanting to build the trust and foundation back with you, right? Someone could definitely want to build the trust and foundation back with you because you're turning your back on them. But I also feel like there could be someone in your vicinity already that you're unaware of right now, that there's going to be some sort of building of trust here. Look, the Queen of Swords and the Five of Wands. Pisces, there could definitely be some sort of conflict where somebody is questioning somebody's friendship. Somebody is questioning somebody's friendship, or someone is questioning. I'm hearing Biz Marquis, but you say she's just a friend. There could be some of this, Pisces. I'm picking up this. You got what I need. but you say she's just a friend, something like that. But Pisces, I also feel like you are being very analytical, very head over heart. You're being picky about who you choose to build a trust and foundation with. And you are making head over heart decisions about messy and chaotic and conflicting energies too. For sure. Look, the lovers, there go Gemini in the building. Some of y'all are dealing with an air sign. Pisces, you may have a couple of there could be some competition for you. There could already be people that are in your friend group, in your friend zone. I do feel like there's something about you being head over heart about friendship before love and about building a trust and foundation before you accept someone as some sort of partner, whether business or work or otherwise. Look, there's the lovers and the king of swords. See, there's some sort of conversation happening with someone here. The fool. I do feel like there's this, for some of you, it is somebody trying to come back and like rebuild the trust and the friendship. Let's see why this freedom is here. Because I do feel like, Pisces, to a certain degree, I do feel like it's something about you that's going to feel really free. 3 of Wands, the 6 of Cups. Pisces, there could have definitely been something about somebody waiting for somebody to be free, right? But then we got that energy of not ready for commitment again. And Pisces, this could be someone that you have been sacrificing and waiting on for some sort of commitment. And like I said, it could be somebody full of passion but not much follow through. And it could have been like you were in this energy now where you're independently happy and you're single. And with the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Cups, it could be like I'm waiting on a connection that's really for me and that could really grow. One that's divinely guided. Yep, the Ace of Wands. Pisces, I feel like for some of you, there's someone single that's in the wings waiting already for you. Someone could have been waiting on you to get single. Pisces, if you were waiting on someone to get free, I do feel like you're not waiting on that anymore. I also feel like you may have somebody single waiting on you because there's that Ace of Wands here. So let's see what this self-delusion is. What you don't know is that someone is not seeing some things clearly. They're lying to themselves and they got false notions about things, but you don't know this. Let's see, Page of Swords. See somebody watching you in this energy. Somebody is watching you in complete self-delusion, or you watch somebody. Look, in the 7 of Cups, yep. Pisces, either you are starting to notice that somebody is really delusional or somebody is watching you and they're very delusional. But this is not seeing things clearly, lying to oneself, and false notions about things. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. It was the kids. I have to make sure. Pisces, either the more you look, you're noticing that someone is self-delusional, or someone is looking at you very delusional. They're like 7 of Cups. Someone definitely is like delusional. And I don't know if you are seeing someone as delusional or if someone is watching you, but they are delusional about some things. 7 of Cups and the Gemini and the lovers again. Here we go. I just heard someone is delusional if they think they weren't going to have to make a choice. Someone could definitely have been delusional if they thought that they weren't going to make a choice. Or someone was delusional when they made some sort of foolish choice. I'm trying to tell you, I see it. So let's talk about the near future, because I have 2 cards. I have protection and then I have mixed feelings. I have a connection where there's protection. That there's someone who doesn't want to hurt you, that's protecting the connection and protected over you. But then I have mixed feelings, and Pisces, I feel like the mixed feelings are you. You are indecisive, you have conflicting feelings, and you are unsure of this relationship, right? Pisces, I do feel like in the near future if someone is trying to convince you that they don't want to hurt you, and they're protective over the connection, and they're protective over you, you're unsure of them. You're unsure of them. I also feel like in the near future there could be someone new coming in with this protection energy. But Pisces, you might be a little indecisive or have conflicting feelings because you're unsure of this relationship, right? Pisces, Let me go ahead and clarify and see what this is about, okay? Give me some for this protection energy in the near future. Temperance. Sagittarius energy, healing. 4 of Wands. You definitely have like spiritual protection, because Temperance is also an angel card. This is divine protection, spiritual protection. So some of you definitely have an angel over you, protection, like having divine protection. There is some sort of energy of healing, right? So this could definitely be someone trying to take their time and be patient because they want to try to show you that they feel this way. It could be someone wanting to heal. I'm also hearing something about medicine. This definitely gives me like healing and protectors. The Four of Wands is definitely something about a union and a partnership. There's a King of Cups and a Five of Wands. Some of you are going to have competition. And then for some of you, there is some sort of battle that's dealing with, I see the Five of Wands and there's a Queen of Wands. There's a Five of Wands by a Queen of Swords here. Death. Ooh, Pisces. There's death to I see death to delusion. I can tell you that. I feel like whoever is delusional, that's getting ready to change. Whoever has been looking at shit and they're delusional, that's over. Give me some more for this protective energy in the near future. There's definitely could be someone coming in being very patient with you because they're protective over you and they really do want this connection. This could also be someone trying to heal a connection with you. Here it is, the Hangman. Yep. The Chariot and the Knight of Wands. Pisces, a lot of you do have protection over this Knight of Wands energy. Someone who plays the field, refuses to commit, has that grass is greener syndrome. Pisces, I feel like some of you are not budging with this energy. Some of you, it is a Sagittarius for sure. Pisces, you do have protection over you. You do have divine protection. You have angels guiding you. And the Hangman tells me is that all you need to do is stay where you are. Hang in there. The enlightenment you seek is coming. I also feel like that's also that not budging move, right? It's almost like don't budge, Pisces, because if anybody is protective over you and they want to protect the connection and they don't want to hurt you, they can show you. Yep, the Knight of Wands and the Chariot, like you'll know who to let come towards you and who not, because I do feel like there's energies that you have to stand your ground with. For sure, and like rock they effing world, but there is other energies that want to come towards you in a very positive way. I feel like in the near future you're going to have a little anxiety because you want to make sure that you're choosing wisely. There's offers coming in, and one of them is definitely justice. It's right, but I do feel like you are in this energy of choosing wisely. Because I do feel like with the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups, you feel like you tried to establish some sort of peace and harmony with some sort of energy that was reckless, impulsive, that refused to commit, that enjoyed playing the field, and that had that grass is greener syndrome. Give me some for the mixed feelings here. Pisces, I do feel like in the near future, you're going to have mixed feelings. I do feel like there's an energy coming in of an energy, but you're going to be unsure of it. Here's the Empress. I told you. Pisces, this tells me that you have all the beauty, growth, abundance, and potential to nurture any seed you choose to grow. But there's an energy of you being unsure, right? You have mixed feelings, the world. There's a cycle closing outlet. You may be unsure about how you feel about somebody because you're not sure that they learned the lesson, even though they're trying to make up and heal something with you, right? The world, the Ten of Pentacles, you could be concerned that with the world and the Ten of Pentacles, there is some sort of cycle that hasn't wrapped up, right? Dealing with another situation. Just put it where it goes. I also feel like you also, with the world and the Ten of Pentacles, you don't want to be sold a dream. Pisces, you are coming up as the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're feeling unsure of certain type, and I got the Empress and the Emperor right here now that I see it too. I feel like you're unsure of certain type of relationships because with the Nine of Pentacles, you almost feel like you're better off on your own, right? Yep, Seven of Pentacles, the Star. Yes, it's almost like if somebody is hoping, wishing, praying, if they're wishing for something with you, if they're hoping something, if they want to renew your hope, renew your faith, if they want you to believe in them, they're going to have to show you, or you're going to leave them out in the cold. I see this is where you at in the near future. Give me one more. Yep, the Queen of Swords. This is you making head over heart decisions. No doubt about it. Very head over heart decisions. For sure having some mixed feelings. And here's that King of Pentacles and the Fool. I do feel like someone could have definitely made a foolish mistake. But I also feel like this is someone that's going to take, there's that risk. I told you I saw that Aries and that Capricorn energy here. There could definitely be a risk worth taking with someone here. But again, you're going to have to take the risk to let some shit go. If someone comes towards you and they're laying all their cards out on the table and they're asking you to take the risk and turn your back on people, places, and things that's no longer serving you and take a risk with them, it's a good risk, right? But I also feel like, Pisces, you may be being called to make that same risk for yourself, right? To lay the cards out on the table, let some shit go, take the journey into the unknown, right? Turn your back on that forbidden fruit energy, right? Shit that's tempting and alluring, right, that you might desire, but dangerous. Some things that are no longer socially acceptable for you. You may be asked to be unable to take that risk even though you're unsure of it. And if you take that risk, there's definitely some sort of protective energy. You are protected to do it. And I do feel like there's someone that's going to take a leap towards you and with you. Okay? But some of you, I do feel like this could be someone that is asking you to take the leap and you got mixed feelings about it, right? Because you're still healing. Yeah, there's that 9 of Cups. Give me one more, and I'm getting out of here. The 4 of Wands. Yep, this is union, home, partnership, death, and the 10 of Wands. Yep. Pisces, there is something that is really getting ready to end, change, and transform. I do feel like you have mixed feelings about it, but the 10 of Wands also makes me feel like there's just some shit that's too heavy to bear and that you're letting go. With the Tower, you are blowing some shit up. There's some shocking events, but the Wheel of Fortune, it's like it's destined and fated for this to happen. I do see you being concerned about moving forward, but I also see you healing, and I see the sun coming out. And I also see a plan. I see an offer coming to you that is justice, that is just right. Baby Sharks, I hope that this resonated for you. I thank you for entrusting me, believing me, supporting me, and allowing me this opportunity. I hope this read brought you some measure of peace, love, light, and clarity. You guys stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay high vibing, stay safe, and I have messages for you again. Bye, Pisces.